Okay, so first run out on the, well, the first one I've recorded on the new Super Tenere. I gave you a rundown of it recently, so I thought I'd just do a little video riding back from work, just to give you an idea what it's like to ride. Pretty much it's a big TDM. As I said before, it's got a bit more grunt. Nice big touring screen, which means it's pretty quiet when I'm riding, and yeah, like it, really like it. So it's a nice upgrade from the TDM 900. I might even go for a Gen 2 so I can get cruise control and a bit more oomph. But very nice bike, very well balanced, very flickable for a big bike. So we're going to ride back to basically to my place from Loughborough, taking in some country lanes, and giving you an onboard view of what it's like. But it is very, very similar to my TDM 900, which is something I really like, because I really like that bike. I didn't want to really move that far away from it, to be quite honest. So, well, I think we'll whiz through a place called Woodhouse, head in that direction via Quorn. Give you a little taste of what it's like. I do find, the only thing I do find different, because of the tank doesn't completely cover the engine, then you do get more engine noise from this than I used to from the TDM, which is no bad thing because the engine's really nice. It's got a nice sound to it. I won't jump that. And I do like to save fuel when I'm sitting here, so wait. But on board is really, really comfortable. The seat's lovely. I've got a Sergeant seat on it. So did a tour of West Island a couple of months ago, and yeah, sat on motorways for like 3 hours. No problems, just hooch back onto the fat bit of the seat, and you're good. Did miss cruise control a little bit, but not that much, to be quite honest, because there's not a lot of vibration through the bars, so there wasn't an awful lot of a problem just holding the throttle. But generally, it is a very nice bike. I'm averaging about 50 to 55 miles to the gallon, which is on par with the TDM. Got to 60 miles per gallon when I was 60 miles per gallon when I was in Ireland. So for a big shaft drive, which I do love, by the way, the shaft drive, big shaft drive, absolutely brilliant on fuel. So I can't really fault that at all. But yeah, it's got a little bit more punch low down than the TDM. Because obviously the extra power you're getting is pushing a lot more weight. But it's good fun. One of the things I have noticed, certainly with this screen, is you don't really realise how fast you're going. I look down and I'm quite shocked sometimes at the speeds I'm doing because I don't feel an awful lot. The screen I had on the TDM, which was pretty good, used to give me quite a lot of wind noise, and so you kind of knew when you were going faster. But this is a little bit quieter, well, a lot quieter, So sometimes you look down and you go, bloody hell. Now it's obviously not on par. Well, it's a 2011, so it would be probably on par with an old air water cooled 1200 GS. It's not on par with the 1250s. It's not going to be on par power wise with the multi-stradas and stuff like that, obviously, but I tell you what, it is beats them all hand down, I reckon, is comfort, balance and low seat height, because I've not got the longest legs and I do appreciate a low seat height. Just feels like you're in more control. I've ridden my mate's GS's, way too tall for me, don't like them, and so I'm not having one, probably ever. Although I've just seen a brand new GS 750 twin. That looked very nice. Quick shift to the full Monty. So you look down and you go, oh, you're pretty. That sounds a pokey beam MW. Sounds like it's got plenty of oomph. So I take a slightly longer route home, just so I can use it a little bit more on these sort of lanes. Give you an idea. Lovely round here. This is, if you've ever heard of a place called Bradgate Park, These are the roads that kind of surround it. It's just a massive country park in Leicestershire. It's lovely. And we're going to pass the reservoir. Which one would it be? Switherland, I suppose, or Cropston. I'm not quite sure which reservoir it is. Just here, I don't know if you'll see it, just there is the resi. Very beautiful. I suppose this is time for everyone to come home. Very nice, rich people live around here by the look of things. Well, I'm not sure they're nice, but they're rich. So we're just going to have a little taz back to via Switherland. It's got a nice little road with some bends on. Don't pull in front of me because then I've got to overtake you, and I don't really want to do that. Thank you very much. Now, one thing this has got, which I really like, is what's called a unified braking system. So when you squeeze the front brake, it operates the back brake as well. It's cracking. It means that if you want to start doing things like trail braking, it does really help. So if you want to leave the brake on a little bit longer into the corners, it's a skill you have to basically practice, but it is easy to do. So you'll notice when you wind it up, it sounds just like a TDM. And then you just give the brakes a bit of a tug, and they're the R1 brakes, the same as the others. So they don't half pull well. So all in all, ooh, horsage. Careful with that. So even with my helmet front up, I mean, you might get noise off the engine, but you don't get a huge amount of wind noise, which is quite nice actually. So I'm trying to think of something I don't like about the bike. The weight when you're pushing it around, that's about it, I think. Mirrors are good. I'd like cruise control, but I knew it didn't have that, so that's no issue. Because it's one of the early ones. So fuel, yeah, I told you everything. It's just a cracking replacement for the TDM. That's all I can say, really. So if you want to stick with something similar, I highly recommend the Super Tenere 12. It's a great bike, love it. People who've rode it said, yeah, very nice, but they're not going to buy one. They're mainly a 4-cylinder people, so their chances are they're going to stick with a 4-cylinder bike. Me and my wife are going to go touring on it this year, so we're going to go to down to the Swiss Alps from Leicester, and then we're going to go down to the south coast of France, and then across France, and some friends just above Bordeaux, which is on the west coast. And I don't think I'm going to have any problems at all. Oh, this is Groby Pool. If you've this area, so Bradgate Park, Swithin Reservoir, Cropston Reservoir, Groby Pool, the whole area is just lovely to visit and have a ride around. So back in my village now, smelling the chips. They smell very nice, to be quite honest. So guys, gives you an idea what the Super Tenere's like, how similar it is to the TDM. Hope it's been useful, and I may post some stuff from the Alps. So bye for now.